goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We had to play that billboard like so many times there, Trinidad and Tobago. Listen, it has been so long since I have been here. Gotta increase the audio a little bit because it's a little soft. Increase it for them. Yeah, push it up. Nice. And what I'm here at tonight, lovely. Good night to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. To everyone joining across on YouTube. We were going to stream on Facebook, but we're testing out something new. As I said before, Trinidad and Tobago, this is a new setup, basically. If I see the background, oh God, I'm proud of where the show come from. You remember where the show was, right, director? A laptop. I mean, thank you to CW Productions for everything. I know CW, don't tell me about that my fuzziness in the background. We sorting everything out, CW Productions, all right? So thank you to CW Productions for everything, the computer tonight and everything basically to, assist us with the going live tonight. But to Trinidad and Tobago, we are still tweaking and finalizing and getting everything ready basically. But I want to welcome you to the live broadcast. Seriously, I really do want to welcome you to the live broadcast, Trinidad and Tobago. I see you on the live. I know what you're going to tell me. I don't know already. But listen, let me first start by apologizing for the past 3 weeks or the month so far, because a lot of persons really do look forward to the show, and my assistant, Miss Brathwaite, she was getting inundated with phone calls. I'm not lying. This is the truth. I'm not lying. She was getting inundated with phone calls with persons asking where the show. I mean, we started off, and this show gets like over 1 million views every single month. That is crazy, and that's factual per the analytics via both YouTube and Facebook. Tonight, we are streaming live on TikTok as well, so you guys could, literally, we on TikTok tonight. Crazy, right? We doing a simulcast right now, Trinidad and Tobago. We are everywhere at the same time, and we will be promoting this a lot more in the future as we go along. I mean, tonight was, you see, it was hectic to start, but we are live tonight, all right? And as we get started, I wanted to say something particularly to persons that think that they could send a lawsuit this way. I mean, you could send it. We have on this side of the house a lot of attorneys. Send your lawsuits, send everything. There are persons that even reporting YouTube videos to take it down, and that's fine. Do your thing. We will respond accordingly on this side. But special good night to everyone again joining the live broadcast. David Welch broadcasting live across every single platform tonight for you. We have a lot to get through though, because since I've been gone for the past month, Trinidad and Tobago, the amount of nonsense that took place in Trinidad, the amount of talking points that came up, the amount of stories that came up is crazy. Now, I would always say, and I will continue to say, that the government today was left with an economy that is no good. Everybody know that. Everybody knows that now the economy that Kamala Persad-Bissessar inherited from the People's National Movement is not a good economy at all. And despite it not being a good economy, the United National Congress Administration, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is still doing her best in giving back to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. A lot, literally a lot, in several ministries, with the hiring of so many persons across state entities. That is happening, by the way. There's no freeze on hiring in these public sector anymore. Literally, Trinidad and Tobago, hirings are happening across almost every single ministry. Go to Employee TT and you'd see there are persons that are still being called to come and start work. I know some persons that started work recently in several ministries across Trinidad and Tobago. But the PNM, they won't tell you these things. They're coming down and they condemning Kamala Persad-Bissessar, they're condemning the United National Congress, but all for what? to score cheap political points. Even with the 10% right now, Trinidad and Tobago, the People's National Movement offered absolutely nothing for the past 10 years for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, especially public servants. In fact, all they offered was just about 4% as a wage negotiation, 4% that the teachers accepted, the former tutor president accepted that. The Public Service Association president, Ms. Thomas, did not accept it. She fought against it. She stood up with the United National Congress. And Kamala Persad-Bissessar said to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that we will give 10%. They gave 10% Trinidad, and then Colum Imbert is wondering where they're finding the money. Kamala Persad-Bissessar said, don't worry, we will find the money. And today, the agreement is on the table. It is moving forward. The plane has left literally the airport. And the only issue now is that, well, some players are saying, some key players are saying that it will be part payment of the 10% come December, and then the rest may be non-cash payments. As a topic, the finance minister, Devendranath Thakur, said next week you will know more. But the People's National Movement, like they want all the information now. Not even that. They just want to condemn the government today. The fact that they asked the government where they're getting the money from, and the fact that the government is saying that, hey, we will do part payments of, and CNC3 reporting, over $400 million just before Christmas, that is still a win. Because the PNM did absolutely nothing for the past 10 years. They gave nothing. They didn't give 4%, they didn't give 3%, they didn't give 2%, 1%. They gave nothing. They increased their pension. Remember that? Key Christopher Rowley, in fact, it stated that he was getting over $80,000 in pension. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, upon coming into office, stopped that because Stuart Richard Young, was going to benefit. That's the Prime Minister Pension Act that was debated, almost the first bill brought before Parliament. And Stuart Young said, oh, the target, well, PNM said the targeting Stuart Young, the targeting Stuart Young, the targeting Stuart Young. Listen. This administration, Trinidad and Tobago, is doing what is needed to be done for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Run that. Yeah, director, you're working there, boy. Oh, God. Look at, in the last 7 days, what was done for the people of Trinidad and Tobago via Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Promise made, promise kept, Trinidad and Tobago. In the past 7 days, laptops for students were delivered after the people in the opposition, the next side of the bench, say they delivered so much more. Come back, let me ask you. And I'm all over the place here, boy, director, boy, oh God, the system working nice, CW Productions, good night again. But after Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM wondering where they get any money from. After the PNM say, oh, they give more laptops, they give so much, they give this, that's Nyan Gasby Dolly, you know, they give this, they give that, they give the other. Listen. The PNM, I know what to say, boy. I know what to say, but I don't want to say it because I can't say it. But listen, Trinidad and Tobago, this is the moment, is the time to share the live, firstly. For those of you on TikTok as well, share it as much as possible. For those of you on YouTube, share it to your friends and your families. Just share it all over the place. Because as soon as we come back, Trinidad and Tobago, from this commercial break, we are going to dive into everything that transpired over the past 3 weeks I was gone. Check the settings on the playlist. Huh? Make sure it's on break 1. Right? Just hit the settings wheel. Yeah. All right? Anyway, we're going to go into what happened for the past few weeks I was gone. Because, listen, Trinidad will have another one of David Welch, you know. One and only. And watching, I'm mashing up the state, not the state, oh God, that's so accustomed. I'm mashing up the opposition when we come back. Stay tuned.
and light up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Hey! Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Person. Let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go. Hold your card. It's a S&S Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I am coming to you from the People's Park, Wildflower Park. I'm here with the squad because we're preparing another marvelous event. On the 7th of December, we will be having carols and parang in this park, and the official blessing of the creche and the lighting of a Christmas tree that will be up for the entire season. So it's going to be a lovely event. It's on December 7th. It starts from 5 p.m. It's supposed to go till 9, but if it go a little later, it go a little later. A lot of good stuff. There'll be bouncy castles and fun, face painting with the kids as usual. Food and drinks, still food and drinks done. It is mostly for the people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, because I'm the shadow, and people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. But as usual, everybody is invited. Come on down and join us, as my team wants to say to you.
Yep, Learn Smart TT is expanding. This is a call for secondary school teachers. Yes, secondary school teachers with expertise in the subjects listed above. If you want to be a part of a team and an organization that innovates the art of learning, and we challenge the landscape of education and how things are put forward, then join us. Send us your resumes at learnsmarttt@outlook.com or send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426, and let's really take innovation and craft strategies, methodologies that make students learn and create long-lasting impact. Join us, and together let's give those kids out there the best chance at success.
S&S Passage Supermarket comes to St. Mary's Freeport with the wide aisles of variety, quality you can trust, a community hub, and loyalty rewards. When I say they have everything, they have everything from your fresh produce, the wines and spirits, your butcher meat, seafood, bakery, you name it, they have it. And with these prices, trust me, you're guaranteed to save some money in your pocket. So come on down and shop today at the brand new S&S Passage Supermarket, St. Mary's Freeport.
Despite signing off on a 10% wage increase for public servants, the Public Services Association and the Chief Personnel Officer are still at odds over the issuance of back pay.
CNC3 News understands some of the back pay will be in cash, but the rest may be in non-cash options. PSA President Felicia Thomas has again accused CPO Dr. Daryl Dindial of standing in the way of their payments. However, Dindial has since fired back.
Here's Radhika De Silva with more.
But you have the money.
It was that answer from the finance minister on the availability of money to pay their back pay that has led to this latest contention between the CPU and the PSA. When the agreement was signed on Tuesday, Thomas explained that a portion of the $3.8 billion in back pay would be paid on or before December 23rd, with more to come sometime in the new year. But while CPU Commander Dr. Daryl Dindial explained that the the December 23rd payment would be made in cash. How the rest would be paid is still up for negotiations. That led to Thomas sharing this interview online today, again calling the CPU the chief personnel obstructionist, and asked if he was calling Minister Tanku a liar, as Tanku said in the interview that he had the money for back pay. However, the CPU explained when the minister said he had the money in the interview, he was referring to the part payment of the back pay or the cash advance. In a statement to CNC3 News, the CPU said he would not comment on future negotiations, adding, quote, all discussions so far have been specific to the advance payment. Therefore, he said, he and Tanku are on the same page. The CPU also criticized the PSA president, saying, quote, I cannot be held responsible for anyone's interpretation. We have already seen instances where members of the public reacted with threats of violence against public officials, including myself, end quote. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku confirmed that while the advanced payments will be made in cash, the union may have to entertain non-cash payments for the rest of their back pay. Earlier today, he told CNC3 News that the process for accessing the funds is underway and he will issue clarification when it is complete. He anticipates by early next week he will have more information. Meanwhile, economist Dr. Marlene Att says the country must face the cost of the settlement. She warns that back pay spending could drive inflation and notes the wage deal was not included in the 2026 budget.
The government has already signaled in its estimates of revenue its intention to borrow almost $19 billion on the domestic and on the international market. So we add we don't know if that $19 billion would have included an allocation for this back pay, because we know that this conversation has been an ongoing conversation between the PSA and the now government.
While CNC3 News could not get an exact amount with respect to the cash advance to be paid this month, we understand it may be in the vicinity of $400 to $500 million.
All right. All right then. Imagine that at Trinidad and Tobago. So help me understand this. And this a lot of TikTokers across, on TikTok and social media and all of them, where government getting money from the economy, inflation, this, that, the other. It's every single time the opposition, not even opposition, but the government tried to do something for Trinidad and Tobago, you would find that person somehow worried about the economy. When it is the PNM went in Parliament and PNM do all kind of thing to pass, to get itself increases, pension increase, this, that, and the other, the conversation was never about inflation. And you realize that, right? Kamala Persad-Bissessar didn't quarrel about inflation when they were doing that. She said the people of Trinidad and Tobago are suffering and the people need to benefit. In giving the people 10% Trinidad and Tobago, there must be a plan, and there is a plan. Kamala Persad-Bissessar is speaking about revitalization for Trinidad and Tobago, and in that revitalization, there is a plan for economic growth. And Kamala Persad-Bissessar, as you saw with the, what we like to call the 1%, the SAGAs, Kamala Persad-Bissessar called for direct investment by the private sector into everything that she's planning to do with the revitalization of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm saying that to say that while it is people only complaining about inflation and this and that and the other, the government and Kamala Persad-Bissessar has a plan and a mandate for Trinidad and Tobago. And it is not one that would only see politicians benefiting, or what we like to call the 1% benefiting, but almost every single citizen in Trinidad and Tobago. Even the PNM that complaining today, Marvin Gonzalez, Penelope Beckles, Kareem Marcel, and all of them acting as though they have nobody working in public sector. No one under Felicia Thomas as the PSA. No, they don't have nobody under them, so nobody benefiting. That is crazy to think about. And the country is following the narrative of the PNM and falling into the trap of the PNM that nobody going to benefit, that the economy going out of control. They brought the same narrative as soon as Kamala Persad-Bissessar won the election. They say, watch, CPEP, URP, deforestation, yada, yada, yada. And they brought up these points because they knew the ghosts. They knew that they were running corruption and racket in Trinidad and Tobago. They were racketeering the PNM. That's what they were doing. It is 7 months into this government's term. 7 months. Kamala has been prime minister and run it. Look at all the deliverables in just 7 days. And it's not just that, it is gas. Even if it's $1. I come back, I hear people on social media say, oh, it wouldn't do nothing. Gas by $1 ain't go do nothing. You see the Taxi Drivers Association say this and that and the other. But if it had only raised by $1, you would have heard them. You would have heard them. Everything would have skyrocketed up out of control. But Kamala reduced the price. And you realize that all of the associations, they ain't doing anything. They ain't dropping nothing. They ain't want to do nothing. You hear what Kamala Persad-Bissessar and David Trinidad Tanku, Minister of Finance, say about the banks. Kamala said, we will regulate you. Something that Mia Motley said in Barbados that Keith Christopher Rowley refused to do anything about. Keith Rowley said he will not do anything to the banking sector. Kamala Persad-Bissessar said no levy, none. That charge is not to be passed on to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And it is the same that she's saying with private sector. It is the same that they're saying with the landlords. The same. But on the issue of 10% Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad-Bissessar is a leader, not only with a heart, not only with a vision, not only with a mandate, but with a purpose right now. Right now, Trinidad and Tobago. And what is happening right now is that you see where the government is hoping, wishing, and working to ensure that the people on the ground benefit, despite all the nonsense that they're saying about CPEP, URP, and all kind of nonsense. What is happening? What happened with CPEP and URP? Yes, of course people suffered. Of course people suffered. But Kamala Persad-Bissessar said that I don't like ghosts. I love people. And in that she promised that people will soon benefit. But in order to get the country out of the dirt it is in order to move the country forward, obviously some people will have to suffer. Obviously. Is it going to be long? Absolutely not, and I hope not. I want the people of Trinidad and Tobago to have something to look forward to have a country that not only they can look forward to, but their children can look forward to. And under the PNM, I saw no vision. All the people that saying that they didn't say that Kamala administration is the worst and there's this and there's that, there's the other. It's only because half of them was eating our food under PNM. And because they no longer eat enough food under the UNC, they're upset. That's what's going on. Look at the 7 days deliverables already, Trinidad. In 7 days, this is what the people got. Laptops, home invasion bill, as well as a 10%. The screen kind of far. But 10% for public officers delivered. Promise made, promise kept. All the nonsense that they want to talk about the 10% and where they get any money. Oh God. Listen, I would say Trinidad and Tobago, let's wait for the finance minister, David Trinidad Tanku. The prime minister said, promise made, promise kept, and the people was getting the 10%. The public servants, the public officials got their 10%. They say that they're going to try to, well, not even try. They say a portion for Christmas, and then the rest, they're determining how to do it, how to pay it. Listen, Trinidad and Tobago. Under the PNM, you was going through a Christmas with the money that you're getting on the 28th or whenever you're getting paid. That is the money you was going with, the money you work for. And all the loans you had to pay, or whatever you had to pay it, and you remain with absolutely nothing for Christmas. In fact, gas would have go up. Don't forget, you didn't riot, you know. Gas would have go up. Property tax was coming. Kamala Prasad-Visesa is giving the people a sweet Christmas. Back pay for Christmas. Remember I say that? Back pay for Christmas. Under the PNM, you wasn't getting that. Whether it is half payment, this payment, that payment, the fact is you, the public servants, will receive a portion of the 10% for Christmas. Under PNM, you was not getting that. And all you're getting under PNM now is how to pay the people. Where are you getting money from? UNC doing this. Nothing of substance. Nothing to benefit the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing at all. Nothing. In fact, all Penelope Beckles doing is whining and complaining about her radar. That's it. Whine and complain about her radar. You run it. What's your headline? Beckles demand answers on radar installation. Why didn't demand answers from Keith Christopher Rowley on OFAC? Yeah? The non-disclosure agreement, come back. The non-disclosure agreement, Trinidad and Tobago, that the PNM signed for OFAC. Why did they come and tell? Why should they come and demand answers? Why she didn't demand answers on that? Why you didn't demand that your Prime Minister back then, Keith Christopher Rowley, didn't come and tell the people the truth about Delcy Rodriguez being here in Trinidad and Tobago and sanctioned PDVSA team being here in Trinidad and Tobago? Yeah? Why didn't demand that Keith Christopher Rowley declare his interests for housing in Tobago? Why didn't demand that, Penelope? Demand that. Why don't demand that former Finance Minister Colin Imbert for Finance number 2 bill? Why don't they demand that he had declared his interest in passing a bill that seeks to give tax exemptions for high-rise dwelling apartments down there at Picton Street, Port of Spain? Why do they demand that he come out and tell the truth? He was talking at a press conference today, telling the government about a finance bill and telling you that Kamala coming to raid this and raid that and inject all kind of unnecessary evils on the people of Trinidad and Tobago, which are untrue. Why do they demand that he tell the truth? Tell him tell the truth. That's what they tell Colin Imbert. Why don't you, Penelope Beckles, demand that your Kareem Marcel brethren inside in Parliament? Anyway, we forget Abik. You forget Abik? I ain't forget Abik, you know. Abik construction, 2.3 a hearing. Why don't go and demand that your party come out and tell the truth about how a former Prime Minister in St. Vincent and the Grenadines getting 3 apartments right here in Trinidad and Tobago. 3, family well off. Demand that all you come and tell the truth to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But anyway, I ain't getting emotional at all. I want Penelope to tell the truth. Don't come here, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't tell the PNM, don't come here and lie to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and mislead them and talking about talk the truth about this and talk the truth about that. There's certain things that are national security concerns and issues, and they knew that. How much times Keith Rowley come at a press conference and tell you whether it's a national security concern? It is the former, whatever he is, National Security Minister, Fitzgerald Hines, that come and say it's not their duty to protect the people. He not there to ensure that people safe. He not there to make sure that the people feel safe. Listen, waste of time, People's National Movement. Yes, welcome back. I'm back. Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. We have some ads to go to. We have bills to pay now in Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that. We'll be back right after this.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I am coming to you from the People's Park, Wildflower Park. I'm here with the squad because we're preparing another marvelous event. On the 7th of December, we will be having carols and parang in this park, and the official blessing of the creche and the lighting of a Christmas tree that will be up for the entire season. So it's going to be a lovely event. It's on December 7th. It starts from 5 p.m. It's supposed to go till 9, but if it go a little later, it go a little later. A lot of good stuff. There'll be bouncy castles and fun, face painting with the kids as usual. Food and drinks, still food and drinks done. It is mostly for the people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, because I'm the shadow and people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. But as usual, everybody is invited. Come on down and join us as my team wants to say to you.
To go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Hey, SNS first at Christmas, real nice. Christmas hampers, baskets in every size. Yeah. Snack bags ready for the kids' party. Grocery vouchers too on the daily, so come down quick. Door delay. SNS have deals to make your holiday. 4 locations for shopping by your own Rio Claro and Freeport as well. Free delivery we offer, and remember it's simple to pay online. Food, gifts, joy, everything you need. Christmas shopping, SNS always needed. Yo!
When it comes to SCA, nothing else beats preparation like going through past papers that were actually written in SCA. This December, from the 15th to the 19th, we cover all of the past papers since SCA changed in 2019 in mathematics, English language arts, and creative writing. We will expose your child to the top strategies, methodologies, and secrets that we have that has led children to 20 out of 20 in creative writing, full marks in mathematics, and boundless achievements in ELE. So if you want to get your child in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 and book a limited space and guarantee your child in SCA 2026 the best chance at success.
Hey, it's Christmas time! Come on down to SNS. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Shop and win, Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or 2? Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to SNS person, let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go full your card. Is a SNS Christmas.
Former Finance Minister Com Imbird is warning the population that Friday's finance bill poses serious dangers to the average citizen through higher taxation and stiff penalties.
The finance bill is a standard piece of legislation that typically follows the passage of the national budget. Its purpose is to give legal effect to some of the policies and measures announced in the budget. However, Imbird has warned that this bill will increase the ceiling for government borrowing, allow political appointees on the Board of Inland Revenue, and implement a harsh landlord tax. Imbird said the bureaucratic process for the landlord surcharge will adversely affect elderly people.
All these little people who rent in a room in their house just to earn a little extra change, this is targeting them. all these elderly people renting a little annex. This is targeting them. You have to register. You have to fill out a form. You have to identify who the tenant is. If the tenant changes, you have to go and register again. This is what this government is doing to little people in this country.
However, Finance Minister Devendranath Tagore believes IMBIT is not at all concerned about poor people, but is raising concern about the landlord surcharge to protect himself and his wealthy friends. In response, IMBIT admitted that he too is a landlord, but said his concern is for the general public.
This is not for me. I'm not the problem. The problem is all the thousands, the 50,000 little people. That's the point I want to make. The people will be affected by this. The little old person, the pensioner who is renting out a room in their house.
IMBIT also claimed that the new law would allow the government to appoint 2 political appointees to the BIR's board, where they will have full access to people's data.
But Minister Tagore said IMBIT needs to stop judging people by his low standards.
Imagine that, Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine that, That is the same man, Trinidad and Tobago, that rent all kind of, well, actually not even rent, that went to the parliament. You'll remember that, right? And I have a clip for that. He went to the parliament and he would have passed a finance number 2 bill, Trinidad and Tobago, that allowed for high-rise buildings to get some sort of tax exemptions until about 2024. I don't want you all to forget it, I really want you all to remember what they would have done before. So I have a clip, and I want to play that clip for you, Trinidad and Tobago. And I just want you to know that I, on this side, myself, right, let me come back to me, director. Hold on. Come back to me, director. Let me let them know. Do not forget that it is Trinidad and Tobago, the People's National Movement, that used laws and legislations against the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You want to know some? I'm going to write as I talk. Don't forget procurement. They slashed the teeth out of procurement, which allowed for government to spend money, government and government transactions, and the procurement regulator have no oversight of such. Don't forget the finance number 2 bill. All right, don't forget finance number 2 bill passed. Do not forget also the bail amendment bill. And the opposition at the time, Kamala Persad and Wade Mark was there saying that Ghana gonna have no effect on crime, and it did not. Don't forget that. Don't forget, every single time they came to the parliament, it was always to pass nonsensical laws and legislations that did not see people benefiting. And since they want to talk about finance number 2 bill and finance bill that being passed in the parliament, from the budget to enact the budget presentation, to enact stuff from the budget presentation, let me take you back to when I would have spoken specifically about the finance number 2 bill passed back then under the IMBIT-led administration or the Rowley-led administration. Don't forget what they would have done to you. And this was in regards for David Lee, but it serves a purpose today. Take a listen. Parliament in 2016 to pass a finance number 2 bill, which will give himself tax breaks when it comes to high rise or the luxury apartments, high dwellings and stuff like that. I have a video here, Column Imbrate Apartments. You remember these apartments in Port of Spain? These apartments in Port of Spain here with Column Imbrate. You all remember these? Look at these apartments. Now this went up. It is Kamala Persad Bissessor in 2020 for the budget reading that spoke specifically to this. And I'll read the story for you. It's printed by the Newsday. Opposition leader Kamala Persad Bissessor said, quote, did Finance Minister Colum Imbrate implement and tax income tax exemption on multi-family dwellings to benefit himself. This was a question posed by opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar during her budget response statements in the House of Representatives on Friday. This was back in 2020. She recalled back in 2016, the minister amended the Income Tax Act to allow for income tax exemptions for multi-family dwellings properties. She said, why? Quote, she said, take a drive down Picton Street, this right here that you are seeing, and you will see the highest, most posh buildings going up. One of the biggest multi-family dwellings you will see in this in the entire country. She said, who owns it? Kamala Prasad-Bissessar said when the exemption was brought to the parliament in 2016, Imbert knew that in 2024, Belgrave Properties Limited, of which he was a director, had submitted to the Town and Country Planning Division an application to construct a luxury multi-family dwelling known as the Alora on Picton Street, Port of Spain. Kamala said, quote, the construction of these units would have started after 2016. After Colum Imbert went to the parliament, did not declare his interest in passing the Finance Number 2 bill that seeks to exempt taxes, to give significant tax breaks to high-rise buildings, luxury boats, which Colum Imbert has, and other items. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar questioned, well, and the rest of that clip is available on YouTube, Trinidad and Tobago, for you to see for yourself. Easy to pull, easily accessible. So again, Colum Imbert, what you're saying, man? What? Help me understand. I think they're just blaming Kamala Prasad-Bissessar for everything that they would have done during the period of 2015 to 2025 or 2024. I think that's what they're doing. They think that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar and the UNC-led administration and the government today is like the same government back then. It is not Trinidad and Tobago. They are not. So, you want to talk about people now. Colum Imbert suddenly care about people. You forget they ain't riot yet. You forget we ain't listening. And that's the problem with the PNM. We don't listen. And clearly it's so. Because the people speaking today, you know. But the PNM just not listening. Per usual. Per usual. Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. When we come back, property tax. Not property tax. No. Home invasion. When we come back, we're going to deal with some home invasion for all here because the PNM again think that they're fooling somebody. You could fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time.
This is our most popular course. December 15 to December 19, we're going to pass papers. The actual questions written since SEA changed in 2019 in all three subject areas: mathematics, creative writing, and English language arts. When your children are exposed to past paper questions, coupled with the correct strategies and know-how in terms of tackling them, coupled with recorded sessions so they can go over multiple times, they get the equipment they need to pass and excel at SEA. We're going to cover all three subjects, the top strategies that have given us over and over 20s out of 20s in creative writing, 100% in mathematics, and all other successes we have had over the last 3 years as a company. If you want to get your child a spot in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 to register and give your child in 2026 the best chance at success.
Every week is the same thing. The traffic, the long lines, the heavy bags. There has to be an easier way to shop. Did somebody say easier? At SNS Pasar Supermarket, we deliver straight to you from any of our 4 locations. Enjoy free delivery nationwide, fast and reliable. Skip the hassle. Make your online payments from the comfort of your home. Or if you prefer cash on delivery, WhatsApp us your order today with any of the numbers that you see on the screen. Also accept checks and CCTV, also known as food cards. So at SNS Pasar Supermarket, you get convenience, savings, and service with a smile.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I am coming to you from the People's Park, Wildflower Park. I'm here with the squad because we're preparing another marvelous event. On the 7th of December, we will be having carols and parang in this park, and the official blessing of the creche and the lighting of a Christmas tree that will be up for the entire season. So it's going to be a lovely event. It's on December 7th. It starts from 5 p.m. It's supposed to go till 9, but if it go a little later, it go a little later. A lot of good stuff. There'll be bouncy castles and fun, face painting for the kids as usual. Food and drinks, still food and drinks done. It is mostly for the people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, because I'm the shadow and people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. But as usual, everybody is invited. Come on down and join us as my team wants to say to you.
To go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Hey, it's Christmas time! Come on down to SNS. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or 2? Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to SNS Persad, let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go pull your card. SNS Christmas.
What if your child could see inside of the mind of a genius and understand how they think, how they bring ideas together, how they process to derive the perfect answers to any comprehension and any poem, and generally in life? This is exactly what Learn Smart TT gives you with our online comprehension and poetry course. We have coupled 30 passages and 30 poems with high definition video tutorials where we do think aloud, read aloud, and model step by step what is the thinking process to get the correct answers and how to structure them. On top of this, we're the only program around that gives model answers, but multiple of them on an answer sheet. So if you want to get access to this program and have 24/7 access to expert one-on-one tutoring replication, then visit www.learnsmarttt.com and register for this course and give your child the best chance at success.
Welcome back to the Inside Trinidad and Tobago. And listen, it is 100% time to shop at S&S Prasad Supermarket. Imagine this Christmas, the elf is on the shelf, the elf is on the aisles. All right, so The elf is loose in our aisles. Come on, director, run it, run it. Elf is loose on the shelf at SNS Passage Supermarket. It is time to win big, and he is ready to help you win big this Christmas. From Monday to Friday, our mischievous elf is on the shelf, and he will be hiding somewhere inside of the store. This is all you need to do. You need to spot him, snap him, and share it on Facebook with the hashtag MyGroceries@SS Once more, look at the screen with the hashtag MyGroceries@SS. And that's it. You could win grocery prizes. You could win trips. There's so much giving away at S&S Passage Supermarket. All right, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me get the ad for you, because I want to hear this ad. Hear the jingle. This is S&S Passage Supermarket jingle. This is a My Christmas at S&S Passage Supermarket.
Hey, S&S Passage Christmas real nice. Christmas hampers, baskets in every size. Yeah. Snack bags ready for the kids' party. Grocery vouchers too on the daily, so come down quick. Door delay. S&S have deals to make your holiday. 4 locations for shopping by Yarrow, Rio Claro, and Freeport as well. Free delivery we offer, and remember it's simple to pay online. Food, gifts, joy, everything you need. Christmas shopping, S&S always lead. Yo! Hey, it's Christmas time. Come on down to S&S. Come shop and win. Drive in, fly out. All in the grocery, the vibes turn up. Parang in your card while you're pulling it up. Spend 300 or more, any branch you choose. 4 locations ready, come and light up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Free giveaways, come on down, vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S Passage. Let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go. Pull your card. It's a S&S Christmas.
It's an S&S Christmas, oh God, it's an S&S Christmas. Shop big this Christmas season, Trinidad and Tobago. If you have not yet, shop at S&S Passage Supermarket. In fact, let me tell you, you could even shop online, Trinidad and Tobago. Director, paint something in the thing for you real quick now. I'm gonna save the image first. Here we go. I'm gonna send it to my director so he can put it up on the screen for you. What I tell you, it is massive savings, Trinidad and Tobago at S&S Passage Supermarket. Let me see if I can get this image real quick for you. Yes, I want to save that image. All right, here we go. Director, I'm putting it in the chat for you there. There we go, it's in the chat. I want this, not the chat, come on, man. You know what I tell you? Yeah. Listen, run it. Look at that. You can shop on WhatsApp, Trinidad and Tobago, Rio Claro, St. Anne's, Miaro, number 3 Miaro Junction, as well as Freeport. You can shop. Leave the overlay up, pop the overlay from our people. Know this is S&S Passage Supermarket, Trinidad and Tobago. Shop and win big this season. Spend $300 or more and win massive prizes at S&S Passage Supermarket. So Rio Claro, you could call 223-9050 or you could WhatsApp 342-4202. For St. Anne's Miaro, 226-4777. You could call that or you could WhatsApp 320-2255. Miaro, you could call 223-9916 or WhatsApp 286-6773. And then Freeport, you can call 229-5646 or WhatsApp 229-5646. Rio Claro, Miaro, Freeport, everywhere. Listen, come back, director. Shop and win big this season. Again, spend $300 or more at the store, and they could win trips to European nations. They could win vouchers every single week. They could win so much at S&S Prasad Supermarket. And trust me, the price is truly right. There's a pun. As we continue tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, there's still a lot to go over in this country, because this place right now is kind of crazy. Director, let me give them, government went to Parliament, I think, November 26th, I think, around there, right? To pass the Home Invasion Bill. And in passing the Home Invasion Bill, I read it, some of it, the pilot at least, and I don't think there was anything in the bill that was so dangerous and so absurd that the PNM and the opposition would not vote for it. But all the bills seek to do, Trinidad and Tobago, is give you the right to defend yourself and give you the absolute power to defend yourself. No retreat. No retreat is all government says. Meaning that they want you, Trinidad and Tobago, to have the full autonomy and power. If someone is to break into your house, and all, I can't say this on the air because we're on TikTok as well, but you will be able to properly defend yourself. That's it. Any means necessary. Defend yourself. There was an elderly lady, Trinidad and Tobago, unfortunately, and this ironically comes on the auspices of the bill being debated and passed in Parliament, right? There was an elderly woman that unfortunately lost her life, not due to leaving her home, but staying in her very own home where she feels safe. And she was, if you hear this story, take us to the clip, director.
Just days before she was due to leave for Canada to spend Christmas with family, a 74-year-old Gasparilla woman was found inside her home with her throat slit.
Police say Sukdaya Juri was discovered on her bed bleeding and unresponsive. After failing to meet her daughter on Tuesday afternoon and calls to her cell phone went unanswered, her daughter went to her home at San Fabian Road where she found her gasping for air. The mother of 5 died before the first responders arrived. Juri's older brother, Mohan, had spent the night and was with her on Tuesday. Less than an hour after he left, he received the tragic news that she was killed. He said his sister had been looking forward to her trip. He lamented that people no longer have love in this country.
I don't think they had justice for them kind of thing, I don't know. You watch somebody just kill them, man. Take a knife and slit your throat there. So, kind of people, what it is, animal? Animal have more sense than that. Animal wouldn't even try to do that. Look how people come through.
And then an elderly person,
yes, 74 years, you can't even fight.
He said her handbag was missing and her cell phone was later found in the washroom of a bar in the area.
And people say that we need to do more when it comes to crime. We need to do more, we need to do more, we need to do more. Government needs to do more. And people complained for 10 years and said that nothing is being done, nothing was done, and they wanted something different. So they went out to the polls and vote. Kamala Prasad Bisasa in the campaign said home invasion laws will come. Stand your ground legislation. And the stand your ground legislation came in the I don't want to say disguise because then it sounds like but it came as the Home Invasion, Self-Defense and Defense of Property Bill 2025. And this is how they voted in Parliament.
Mr. Padarith?
A resounding yes.
Mrs. Prasad Bisasa?
Yes.
Mr. Tanku?
Absolutely yes.
Dr. Munilal?
Yes.
Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Miss Amin?
Yes.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes.
Mr. Maharaj?
Absent.
He's not here.
Miss Mohit,
Yes.
Mr. Sturge,
Yes.
Dr. Bodo,
Yes.
Dr. Dowlat,
Yes.
Dr. Ali,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Miss Benjamin,
Yes.
Mr. Watts,
Yes.
Dr. Sicharan,
Yes.
Mr. Kesa,
Yes.
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Miss Sam,
Yes.
Dr. Rupnarain,
Yes.
Dr. Gosain,
100% yes.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Mr. Sampson,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez,
No.
Mr. Imbert,
No.
Dr. Gadsby Dolly,
No.
Mr. Young,
No.
Mr. Scotland,
No.
Mr. Dina Brigham,
No.
Mr. Manning,
No.
Mr. Marcel,
No.
Mr. Birchwood,
No.
Mr. Romaine,
No.
That is how they voted. But they care. They so care that the leader of the opposition, Penelope Beckles, didn't even show up to vote. She's not there for her own reasons. But that is how they voted. And that is a party that's saying they care about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. What was so outrageous and out of this world about that legislation, the Home Invasion, Self-Defense and Defense of Property Bill 2025, that they couldn't vote? Now they said no. All of them said no. They said that the government say, we able to, as a government, make billions of dollars from this. They say that it have other laws and it have other laws and it have other laws, but the other laws clearly not working for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It clearly not working Trinidad and Tobago. It clearly isn't. And you know what absurd about it is that out of all of this, all Penelope Beckles care about is herself. Y'all want to know how she care about herself? She want to sue the state for defamation, and she exploring her options. You can explore how much options you want. This UNC administration is the same that has all of the attorneys that licks in the PNM. How much cases Al-Rawi won, by the way, as Attorney General? 0. But you want to come after UNC. Imagine that. Only want to come after UNC. And the thing is, the only thing Penelope could talk about is what's happening out at sea with Venezuela and the United States and Trinidad and Tobago and this and that and the other. Imagine you want to talk about what's going on out there, but you can't even pilot your own motion to talk about what's going on out at sea. Listen to Penelope Beckles and this ridiculous lawsuit and the fact that she wants information on radar and this and that and the other. It's such a nonsense.
The opposition leader is demanding that the Prime Minister tell the nation who's handling and receiving data from the military radar in Tobago. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar told CNC3 News the radar system is solely for TNT's use and a much-needed tool that finally gives the Coast Guard real-time data to monitor the nation's waters. But the opposition leader said since the Prime Minister admitted to intentionally withholding information about the radar for national security reasons, she believes it's time for Persad-Bissessar to address the nation with all the facts. The opposition leader today asked some questions of her own.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are entitled to know what is happening to the data that is collected by that radar. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are entitled to know where would that information be installed and whether Trinidad and Tobago has any access to that radar.
Meanwhile, Beckles accused the Prime Minister of attempting to distract people by constantly accusing the PNM of being in league with drug runners and of also being anti-American. The opposition leader said she must now consider legal action.
Now, and I also want to put on record that I'm going to be exploring my options as leader of the People's National Movement as it relates to the issue of defamation.
Imagine that. Run that picture, director. I was getting this picture. Run it. So you're saying, what is she saying again? That, they're going to look at suing? Where's the news there? Seeing there, gun toting PNM MP? What? Young admits to gifting guns to TTPS, denies it as an automatic weapon. What? Opposition as Minister Young questions as Minister hands in gun. Minister Young hands in gun. Young called to account for gun donation to TTPS. We seeing the same. What you suing about again? Penny, what you're suing for? Who is it? Enters Abu Bakr, come back. That talk about the PNM is the biggest gang in Trinidad, and then he tried to rush him out of the room. You remember? Anybody remember that? I go in mad or something, or it's just Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Which is it? Isn't it Yassini Abu Bakr that say Trinidad and Tobago that the PNM is the biggest gang in Trinidad and Tobago? I go in mad apparently. Apparently I am. I probably not hearing right, and I go in mad. But while Penelope Beckles want to sue because, the PNM is a gang, apparently, our crime rate going down, so she could do and say what she want. What's your crime rate? Murder decline. This is from April 2025 to November 2025. In fact, the 29th of April to the 30th of November 2025. All right? We recorded 381 murders. It's down by 46% to 206 murders. All right? And we could go back. We could go forward or go back in time, actually. And look at the period from 2024 to 2025. Listen, anytime PNM in power is bloodshed every hour. 2024, same period, 561 murders. 2025, January to the 30th of November. Look, same period, 333 murders, down by 40.6%. But them want to talk to us and them want to sue us. Sue for what? We want to sue the government for? We want to sue the government for? What you want to sue Kamala Prasad Bisasa for? Hear what? It is Barry Shiva Padarat, come back, that said, we court closed. We ready. We ready. Bring everything you have our way. We ready to defend ourselves. Running gun toting picture again because I feel like again a flashback. Go ahead. Again a flashback, boy. Gun toting PNM MPs. Young admits to gifting guns to TTPS, denies it was an automatic weapon. Questions as Minister Young hands in gun, and then Young called to account for gun donations to TTPS. Maybe he get from Venezuela, I don't know, but that's not my words. All this is articles for you to see Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that. Hey, these people great, These people great. Great is the PNM for real. You shall never prevail. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
light up the mood. Shop and win Christmas savings. Shop and win Christmas savings. Win a trip to Curacao, you can fly to Mexico too. How about a trip to Miami or maybe St. Lucia for you? How about a grand prize trip to Europe or two? Hey! Free giveaways, come on down, the vouchers in the dance. Shopping sprees ready, everybody have a chance. So come down to S&S percent. Let the savings start. Spend 300 or more, you know you go. Pull your card, is a S&S Christmas.
This is our most popular course. December 15 to December 19, we go into past papers. The actual questions written since SEA changed in 2019 in all three subject areas: mathematics, creative writing, and English language arts. When your children are exposed to past paper questions, coupled with the correct strategies and know-how in terms of tackling them, coupled with recorded sessions so they can go over multiple times, they get the equipment they need to pass and excel at SEA. We're going to cover all three subjects, the top strategies that have given us over and over 20s out of 20s in creative writing, 100% in mathematics, and all other successes we have had over the last 3 years as a company. If you want to get your child a spot in this course, send us a WhatsApp message at 370-9426 to register and give your child in 2026 the best chance at success.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I am coming to you from the People's Park, Wildflower Park. I'm here with the squad because we're preparing another marvelous event. On the 7th of December, we will be having carols and parang in this park, and the official blessing of the creche and the lighting of a Christmas tree that will be up for the entire season. So it's going to be a lovely event. It's on December 7th. It starts from 5 p.m. It's supposed to go till 9, but if it go a little later, it go a little later. A lot of good stuff. There'll be bouncy castles and fun, face painting for the kids as usual. Food and drinks, still food and drinks done. It is mostly for the people of Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, because I'm the shadow MD for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. But as usual, everybody is invited. Come on down and join us, as my team wants to say to you.
To go riding in a one-horse sleigh. S&S Passage Supermarket comes to St. Mary's Freeport. With the wide aisles of variety, quality you can trust, a community hub, and loyalty rewards. When I say they have everything, they have everything from your fresh produce, your wines and spirits, your butcher meat, seafood, bakery, you name it, they have it. These prices, trust me, you're guaranteed to save some money in your pocket. So come on down and shop today at the brand new S&S Passage Supermarket, St. Mary's Freeport.
Welcome back on the inside, Trinidad and Tobago. Listen, the opposition again wants to sue the state and sue, Kamala Prasad Bissessa for some gang talk again, she claiming. But anyway, while she talking gang talk and she wants to pilot, well, the opposition leader threatening to sue. But in threatening to sue, I hope the opposition leader knows that she'll have to actually put documents together and put evidence together to support her grounds that, hey, defamation of character is really what Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is engaging in, and she's defaming the opposition character. And I'd like to believe, I'd like to hope that maybe that she could pilot, because in the parliament to pilot her own bill, well, she failed at doing that.
Member for Arima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion standing in my name. Whereas the conduct of the foreign relations of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is vested in the executive and must be exercised in accordance with the Constitution, the United Nations Charter, and the principles of peaceful settlement of disputes, respect for sovereignty, non-intervention, and prudent diplomacy. And whereas Trinidad and Tobago Tobago's national interests, including citizen safety, regional security, trade, aviation, fisheries, and energy cooperation, are directly affected by relations with the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Mr. Speaker, can I kindly ask?
I was going to do this. Let's allow the leader of the opposition to proceed in some relative silence.
And whereas recent developments have given rise to an impasse between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela, risking adverse consequences of our economy, national security, and international standing. And whereas public statements attributed to the Prime Minister regarding these developments have been viewed as inflammatory and injurious to the reputation and interests of Trinidad and Tobago, generating public concern and diplomatic unease. And whereas CARICOM has long advanced a collective approach to external relations, particularly security challenges, to ensure the region remains a zone of peace, which may be interpreted to be at variance with the Prime Minister's statements. And whereas Trinidad and Tobago's foreign policy must be coherent, measured, and aligned with the long-standing traditions of Caribbean diplomacy and international law, be it resolved that this House condemn the inflammatory statements of the Prime Minister which have isolated Trinidad and Tobago and harm its standing and interest. And be it further resolved that this House call upon the government to reaffirm Trinidad and Tobago's commitment to CARICOM and to upholding of international law. I beg to move.
I beg to move Trinidad and Tobago, signaling the end of her own motion. Her own motion ended abruptly. Let's look at how it played out. Listen to government tear that up.
No, I think we might have been procedurally askew there. No. Leader of the opposition, I think the procedure provides for you to make your contribution and then the secondment comes. No, it comes after your contribution. Procedurally, this. All right. All right, let's not get overly tech. Let's not adopt an overly technical procedurally.
I like that the speaker tried to save the opposition face there, because in all fairness, it is always the opposition that say the speaker bias, speaker bias, speaker bias. But the speaker took a break, a recess, 10 minutes to come back to try to see if there's anything he could do to allow for the opposition to to save face, but there was nothing he could have done. But props to the speaker trying to be fair, because they say that the speaker just unfair and biased and don't like the opposition and curtailing opposition speaking time. When in reality, she can't even pilot her own motion. And if she can't pilot her own motion, how is it that the opposition telling Kamala Prasad-Bissessar that we're going to take it to court and we exploring all options for defamation? Defamation, nothing. Listen. You need help, Penelope Beckles. You need help. But anyway, Trinidad and Tobago, that is how we wrap it for tonight. I want to thank you so much for joining the live broadcast tonight. Again, Trinidad and Tobago. And as we continue, well, I'll see you back here on Saturday. Yeah, go ahead, Director. Yeah, I'll see you back here on Saturday as we go over some more in Trinidad and Tobago. We speak on several other issues and stuff like that. I am back officially. I'd like to hope. You think so, Director? We're back for good? We have the equipment. We will only get better from here. We'll only keep moving up from here. I want to thank you so much for joining tonight, obviously. All of the persons that would have been reaching out over the past 3 weeks to find out when the show coming back, what's happening. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and you all will see that we're back bigger, we have thumbnails running now. You have the thumbnail, go in the downloads, Director, or wherever, I think I put it. Yeah, look at it, like next to OBS. Yeah, look at the thumbnails and stuff like that we edited now. Watch that, my editor working. Go ahead, run it. Watch that. Oh, God! Look at that now, boy! Oh, they are looking good, right? Are looking good. It's looking good. And the show will only be getting better from here on. All right, look at that. Go ahead, watch my face there. How are you single, boy? Oh, God, listen, we're getting better, Trinidad and Tobago. The quality is getting better. It will only keep going up from here. I tell you, this is the program to advertise on. Get your ad literally on the show that matters, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Week in Review. And we go all in, We go into everything. We talk about everything. We look at everything. We dissect everything. And I want to be able to open up the phone lines as well, so you could call and give your feedback. 2824798 is my number. So take it, save it, call it, WhatsApp it, or call it, WhatsApp it. And let's get your ad on literally the show that matters. Send an email, welchkdavid@gmail.com, and get your ad on this show today. We want to take the show far and wide, we want to take the show far and wide. I'm not going to say all the plans, but we want to take the show far and wide. So again, special thank you to SNS Prasad Supermarket this season, this show, this everything today, outside of the politics. Brought to you by S&S Prasad Supermarket. Spend $300 and more at any one of their branches, Rio Claro, Miaro, or Freeport. Rio Claro, Miaro, or Freeport. Spend $300 or more and get significant savings, gifts back, $500,000 in prizes to give out, all at S&S Prasad Supermarket. And don't forget, Monday to Friday, we have the ELF. All right, the ELF is on the shelf at S&S Prasad Supermarket. And I went through how you could register and stuff like that. Go down, shop. All you need to do is see the ELF, take a picture of the ELF, and post it. Hashtag, you remember the hashtag, right? Post it, Trinidad and Tobago, which hashtag my groceries at SS Prasad, and you could win some significant cash back. There are vouchers given away each and every single week. In fact, you know what, Director? Come back. Here's what I'll do. On Saturday's show, we will give out some vouchers here. What do you think about that? We give away some free vouchers to shop at SNS Prasad. Yeah? People will want some vouchers. We'll give away some vouchers come Saturday, right? Saturday, we'll give away some vouchers courtesy SNS Prasad Supermarket. You can get 200 voucher, 300 voucher, $500 voucher, all to shop at SNS Prasad Supermarket. So shop at SNS Prasad Supermarket this Christmas. If you have not done your Christmas shopping just yet, do your Christmas shopping at SNS Prasad Supermarket this season. Trinidad and Tobago, you all stay safe. Have a blessed rest of the day. I will see you back here on Saturday for another episode of Week in Review with your favorite host. Run that picture again. Let me see that picture. Right? My picture, yeah. Let me see that. Go ahead. Oh, God! Director, that does look good, right? You didn't say nothing. I just say, yes, it does look good. It looks good. It really does look good. I want to thank my editor. Yeah, the shine. I want to thank my editor, man. My editor doing a good job. He just slow, boy. Oh, God. Just slow. Anyway, Trinidad and Tobago, I will see you back here on Saturday. Stay safe. Have a great one. And remember, don't listen to nothing opposition tell you, Nothing opposition tell you makes sense. And don't even bother to read it. Just bypass it. You see Penelope Face, bypass it. Especially when you see a CNC3 a Guardian news post, just bypass the Guardian news post, all right? We run the SNS, man. There's SNS segment sponsored by SNS. Yeah. Have a great day, Trinidad and Tobago. I'll see you back here on Saturday.